Hello, welcome to Appliance Master Live. This week, my good friend Kari over here and I will be discussing grilling and outdoor kitchens. You have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, some of the tips we're going to be able to offer today are going to be super helpful, especially considering it's not ideal weather right now, and it'll be important to find out how to properly store your grill, make sure that it doesn't get damaged from elements, and other things.
One of the most common problems that you have with an outdoor grill is lighting it. And lighting all starts with the ignition. Typically, all modern grills have some form of ignition. I have here it's called a piezo igniter. By pushing this red button, it generates a current through the wire into the igniter. Now I was going to show you, and without hurting myself, let's see if you can see this. So when you push the button, see that spark? See that? I mean, that's a pretty serious spark. And so this system doesn't rely on batteries. I hope everybody can see that. Okay, and these been around for a long time. I don't know, maybe 50 years or more. This type of ignition system, and the only thing that really goes wrong with this is the corrosion. Water gets in here. We'll talk about it later, but like mice, other and there's also a ground wire too. So grounds become loose, become corroded, and even though even though this may spark, you may push that and hear that, it's not creating a spark down at the burner.
And then I know a common question that people tend to have also is, what would could cause your grill not to stay at the right temperature, or if it's not getting quite as hot as it used to?
Typically, if the grill lights and there is flame and the temperature is erratic, that would have to do usually with burners, where the gas is burning, it's igniting right down below. Those burners corrode, and then you might get hot spots, or even some would get blocked with rust and corrosion. And so typically, I mean, you can take a look and see if you can clean it, but typically what happens is the holes corrode and they get bigger, so you get like big flames, and that creates really uneven cooking. And but to go further on as like with other grills, you have something. If you have an ignition where you just push it, and it stays in, and you hear like a rapid fire clicking. Which let's see if can you demonstrate rapid fire? Go ahead.
I don't think I could make that noise.
Anyway, it goes like I don't want to do pretty well, but you know what I'm talking about. It has clicks really fast, rapidly. There's usually a battery inside this. If you push it in and it doesn't click, it's probably the battery. It's usually it's usually a AA battery. On bigger grills that have like many burners, that's usually could be a 9-volt battery. But other than the source of the spark, everything else is very similar. Wires, ground wires, igniters. Some grills might have like 6 or 8 of these igniters for various burners. So,
oh wow!
Yeah, but it's all. We repair them all, if you have a problem.
And then I know that we have mentioned it before in other episodes about this, but it's really important to keep your grill covered when you're not using it, because that'll help prevent moisture getting inside and creating those problems, right?
Well, covering it helps. Covering it certainly makes it look nicer, but keeping the major rain and leaves and wind out, but moisture still gets in. It's humid outside. Mice still get in, spiders still get in, all kinds of like critters get in, and like I said, that will reduce their access. And it's it's
not 100%.
No,
you
still have to look out for those uninvited guests.
Yeah, and I mean, we do typically recommend people having their grills serviced at the beginning of the season. Sure. Because the winter is the prime time for nests to be created and squirrels storing food, right? Well,
spiders are the trickiest one, because spiders will climb inside tubing and make nests, and some of those, some of their those little homes they make are tough to get out. They block all kinds of orifices. But anyway, that's
And then, as far as the stainless steel grills go, what should a customer do in order to maintain that, to keep it looking as good as possible, and cleaning it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think pretty much in all use and care guides, they all recommend different kinds of cleaners. It's usually regular household stainless steel cleaners. Those are typically for how you want it to look. I mean, your grill can work well and still look nasty. That's a personal
Yeah.
choice. Yeah.
And then, as far as purchasing a new grill, what are some things that someone might want to keep in mind when they're shopping around?
Well, when buying like grills, it's pretty much you get what you pay for to a certain extent. It's all about your budget. You know, you can buy you can buy a fine grill. But some of those low-end ones or lower price ones, I should say, are fine if you you probably want to treat them more gently, keep them indoors in the winter if possible. Even the super high-end grills have the only major difference with those is the stainless steel. It's much heavier. Well, and much heavier steel can translate to more even cooking, and some of the higher-end grills also have other features like sear burners, and the controls may be more sensitive, so you can keep temperatures actually. You can control the temperature better if you're going to do like if you're going to do indirect cooking. And you want to keep something at, like, if you're going to do ribs at 200 degrees, like something like that, you might be able to control it more, the temperature. So typically higher, more expensive grills like that have more sensitive.
Yeah, those are all definitely good things. And I would probably, I guess one of them would be to keep in mind if you're going to be installing it in like an outdoor kitchen, to make sure that you have non-combustible surroundings.
Yeah, well, typically the ones you install outdoors permanently, they generally are more expensive. But it's also want to take this time to let people know your whole outdoor kitchen, we service other appliances like refrigerators, ice makers, and they're all susceptible to the same sort of invaders, the mice, the spiders. And if you're a refrigerator or an ice maker, let's say, if you're finding that a refrigerator is warmer or ice production is off, there's probably something going on, or it could even be something blew in like a plastic bag that's inside the condenser. So keep an eye out for changes in the functioning of those appliances.
Yeah, because all those things could be an indication of something going wrong. And like we always say, give us a call if you have any questions, and want to schedule a maintenance appointment. That's definitely a service that we offer, and is very popular with us, especially in the beginning of the warmer months.
Yeah, you don't want to be caught without your grill.
No.
So take care of it and call us right away if you have a problem. Again, APPLIANCEMASTER.com, find out more, find our phone numbers, all our information's there.
Yeah, and if you want to schedule an appointment, 800-752-7123.
All right, great. Hopefully we'll see you next week.